Okay, so welcome back. Today I have a word for you guys, and it is a little bit more on the love spectrum, not any new age, but this is about your spouse and the promise of marriage. Okay, so I just want to give a disclaimer. I'm not suggesting for anyone to do anything romantically outside of the covenant of the Lord in official legal marriage. Okay. But this word is going to be for mature audiences because I could not withhold the Lord or His Spirit. So I'm just going to discern what He wants me to keep in and what He wants me to take out. Okay. So for some of you guys, you have been experiencing God revealing or showing you some of the um, some of the desires, okay, that both you or your spouse may share. So I'm definitely yielding myself as a vessel, and I'm committed to doing God's will above anyone else's opinions. So I'm just going to tell you how it is. He gave me some scriptures to give you, and he also gave me a number that confirmed this. I got several numbers and some real life occurrences. So let's get into it. All right, first of all, how I started receiving this message was, well, actually, first off, when I started to like feel certain things, because God will, He said that He will reveal His secrets to His servants. Jeremiah 33:3. And, if you call upon Him, He'll show you the hidden things which you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. So that just because things are not like so explicitly said, like or so clearly said in the Bible, doesn't mean it doesn't exist, guys. And I just want to give this message in obedience. So some of you have been feeling like a desire or a craving to be with someone who is ordained for you. You've been wanting your spouse, your partner to share your life with. But also you've also been wanting to be married, to start the union. Let me just cut out the married part and just say to start the union. And there has been some things, and I'm just going to leave it at that. There's just been some things that have been happening. These, okay. And so if you ever feel tempted, now this is what it says in scripture. It says, 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 to 7 says, love is patient, love is kind. It is not envy, it is not boast, it is not proud, it is not dishonor others. It is not self seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and in one translation says always believes and always perseveres. So God has been teaching you, a lot of you guys, as you've been in this waiting period, He's been teaching you what is love. And one way we've learned to demonstrate that is our love for others and also our love for the Lord, for the kingdom. He said, if you love me, feed my sheep. And so, like, not that God does things for an exchange, but he considers our ways, because when you love someone, there are certain ways that you operate in. And so um, he's showing the fruits of the Spirit. He's showing the characteristics that we need to have. And also, um, He wants us to just remember these things while you walk into this union. So, first of all, God is reminding somebody to resist temptation, resist the devil, and he shall flee. Okay, do not fall into temptation in any way that applies. So, it says here in 1 Corinthians um, 13, it says love is patient. So, one thing we have had to learn, and I am going to be honest, I can continue to learn that, but we've had to learn to be patient and in our waiting and patient in how we show love as well, because you also don't want to move too fast or rush the process for anybody. So remember that. And then, so how I receive this word, let me get into the part. I'm not going to avoid it. How I receive this word is through, I kept seeing things overflow. Like I kept pouring over my drink, pouring over like by mistake I would knock over my drink, or like something would spill, like some food or something. I even like almost spilled my whole plate of food. And every time um or like I filled up my drink all the way up and it like spilled over, like just splashed out, like a lot just splashed out. And every time, like, I knew what God was saying, and so I sought him. I started asking like what he was saying through it at certain points. um and I believe he was saying, not word for word, but I believe he was saying that he is about to bless his children. Amos 9:13, running down the hills, it'll be pouring out. And this blessing is also in your love life with the person God has chosen for you. Because when you have committed yourself to something for a long time, God will bless those that diligently seek him. And so he's going to reward you for that. And one of that reward is going to be an overflow of love. So then God started putting on my spirit, and I got this confirmed several times, guys. This is not me coming in my own strength or power to put this out. But again, like I have to just be concerned about doing God's will and trying to do it in the most purest way. But I just saw 737 as well, which means now, I believe, like healing now, moreover. So this is like a now word. And some of you guys have been feeling like loving emotions and even desires for this person. Um, and so the Lord is reminding you. Okay, so it says, Song of Solomon 8, verse 4. It says, it says, I charge you, daughters, do not arouse or awaken love before its time. Do not awaken it until it is ready. So does it say until we are ready? No, it doesn't say until we are ready. It says until it is ready, which love, it says do not awaken love until it is ready. And God is love. The Lord is love. So when God says he's ready for you two to come together, when God says he's ready for you to move forward, that is when you have to move forward in something. And so we have to be content. We have to be content and committed to where we are at right now. And remembering that everything we do is building towards a moment that we need to get at as well. So the moments that you are waiting for and that you are yearning for, it's coming. It's coming, but don't rush ahead of God, because that will come with consequences. Blessings for obedience and curses for disobedience. Also, guys, you can also follow my YouTube channel, The Blooming Lanterns, if you desire to. And I also would love if you could sow into this ministry. Really quick, I would like to say, if you could sow into this ministry, that would be great.